But that's not the interesting part of using Polygon. The interesting part is if you have a paid plan and you want to use their MCP server with all of the capabilities. And so I'm going to show this to you just so you get a sense for it, and totally optional. But if you wish, you could sign up even just for the first month to experience this for yourself. So here are the parameters that we're providing for our MCP tool. It is UVX, so it's a Python-based MCP server. And you can see, interestingly, that the way it works is that you can provide a link to the GitHub repo, which contains this MCP server. And you can use that, so we're calling MCP Polygon from this repo. So it doesn't have to be something that's like pip installable. It can be something that is just straight from a repo. And obviously, if you do something like this, then you need to do your research. You need to go and check that this genuinely is the official GitHub repo for Polygon, the company behind Polygon.io, and make sure you're comfortable with the community traction, the number of stars, the kind of support it has, and so on. Just as you would do if you were going to clone somebody else's repo, the same kind of due diligence exactly. And so I have done that, of course, and I'm satisfied with this myself, but you should too. And then I'm passing in my Polygon key, and then I'm going to ask, what tools do you provide me, this MCP server? So we'll run this, and wowza, there's a lot of them. So there's a bunch of different tools. There's a lot that the model is going to be allowed to do. It includes doing things like getting the last trade. It has crypto data in here as well as FX data, getting market status, tickers, dividends, conditions, financials. There's a lot to get here, and so this is something which equips our agent with lots of capabilities to analyze financial markets directly. Now, you can give all of these tools to your agent even if you're on the free plan, but if you do that, most of these will respond and say this tool isn't available for people on the free plan. So it's a bit of a bore. What you have to do is either just only provide the one tool, as I did for the free plan example, or sign up for the paid plan. Okay, so let's try these out. So as I say, because if you're on the free plan, we have to be specific that it should only use the get snapshot ticker tool. And so I will run this and have it hopefully use the right tool. So we're now equipping the agent with all of those tools that we just saw. And and it hasn't used the right tool. That's super interesting. Actually, I'm going to upgrade the model while I'm doing it. Even though I said get snapshot ticker, let's try it a second time. It's always good to see agents being unpredictable. Let's see whether it gets it right the second time and uses the right ticker. It does. So I'm tempted to go and re-record this, but I won't, because I think it's important to see that with agentic AI, you do get this sometimes ill behavior when it doesn't correctly follow the prompts, and you need to be able to account for that in what you do. And also, I don't know if this is what fixed it, but upgrading to a more recent model did appear in this case to make it perform better. But now it did use the right tool, and it got the latest share price at $195. Okay, so if you do have a paid plan, then you can now add this to your M file. You just have to, in your .env file, say Polygon plan equals paid, that makes sure that I switch it to use the right tools. And if you do decide to go all the way and have the premium real-time plan, you can set this to real-time, and I'll be sure to use all of the real-time APIs. But I have got just this paid plan, so I'm going to go and update my M file right now. Okay, so now if I now run this cell, it should confirm that I'm on the right plan. Let's see. Yep, you've chosen to subscribe to the paid Polygon plan, and so we'll be looking at prices on a 15-minute delay. And that, for the time being, is our foray into MCP servers. But there are so many more, and that's where I will get to with the exercises. So I would suggest that you go onto the marketplaces and look for tools which interest you and experiment with them right here. Try and use, I say here, all three approaches. You'll probably find, like me, that there actually aren't easily available approaches with remote MCP servers. So you might not want to go there unless you are already paying user of something like Asana. But assuming that you're not, then go with those first two approaches. Find examples of MCP servers that will run locally and only stay locally, do things on your local computer. Find examples that call the web, and find examples of MCP servers that are Python based and those that are JavaScript based, and try them all out. Experiment with them and have fun giving capabilities to your agents and seeing them taking advantage of them. Well, hopefully you took me up on that. You did some exercises and you've added more MCP servers. And that's a wrap on day 3 of week 6. And that means that we're about to head into the capstone project of building a trading floor. And I can't wait to show you this. It's such a cool project. I'll see you next time.